Ain't no rest for the wicked till we close our eyes for good. Hi guys, Model Muppet here. How y'all doing? This video is now a week old. In that we recorded it last Sunday and it's Sunday today, and I've been such a lazy ass that I haven't got around to doing the commentary for it. So apologies to the guys I was playing with. Big hi to Kid Tricky Kite Highland and Mr. Flibble. This is our second run through on the Dead is Dead playthrough. So if you're not familiar with the concept or you didn't see the first one, the idea of this is we play the game through as far as we can until somebody dies. It's okay, you know, to get a second wind, it's okay to get revived, etc. But if anybody actually dies and has to respawn, that's it, game over. So it's a different way of playing the game, and it's really fun way of playing it. Play it with your friends. I can guarantee that you'll get to the first point of dying and you'll be saying, well that doesn't count. We did it on the first one until we got, you know, the characters up to level 5, because one of us, we won't mention any names because I don't want to make Kid Tricky stand out, decided to run off away from everyone else. Now the idea of playing the game like this way is that you can't actually do that. Right, you basically have to stick together so that you can at least have a chance of reviving people. Excuse me. So it's a good way of playing the game. It adds a whole new level of tactics to it, and it really starts to actually matter when your character is down. Now, obviously, it's a self-imposed rule, you know, and, but it works well if you stick to it. I love that Bud Stallion stuff. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Yeah, now when we're doing this, obviously we can't show 100% of the gameplay because we spent about 3 or 4 hours, I think, I can't remember exactly, but we certainly spent, you know, 2 or 3 hours playing through this, and nobody wants to watch a 2 or 3 hour video. So I've kind of shown the highlights, things like when we're doing boss fights and stuff. In the first video, even after that, this didn't count the time that we died. We did get to a point when we got into a fight quite early on. We weren't even as far as this, and we died. So we had to think about what we were going to do. In the first video we'd gone with one of each character type, but that was done before the release of the Mechromancer. And we decided that a team of 2 sirens and 2 mechromancers might be a really good combination for being able to revive each other, being able to aid each other, etc. The mechromancers obviously have that ability where Death Trap will grant team members some shield recovery, and yeah, that really does help. We don't have it at this point, but I do have it on another character, so I know that will help. The sirens are going to have the, is it sweet release it's called, where if you shoot somebody who's in a bubble, it gives out health for the team. So that's really helpful, and also they are going to build it up so that they can revive. Again, we're gonna think. We hope that will be a really useful way of playing this through. Now, playing Dead is Dead also gives a whole new difference to the loot ninja thing. Everyone has a tendency to want to go and grab the best loot. You know, it's part of the game. Generally speaking, if you're playing with mates, you will offer them some stuff. But doing this, you know, everyone has to make sure that everyone in the party has some decent gear. So when you come across some gear, you know, even at this low level, you're starting to think, well, has everyone got a reasonable gun? has everyone got a reasonable shield and a reasonable grenade grenade mod, you know what I meant. So the seemingly trivial things can become kind of quite important, because if one team member goes down, that's it, it's game over for everyone. Anywho, it's Sunday again, so we are going to be doing this again this evening. The plan is that we do our Dead is Dead playthrough once a week, and we record the highlights or some goodie parts once it's been done. Sorry, just having a bit of a yawn and a stretch. It is Sunday morning. I'm still lying in bed. I'm doing this on my laptop. My laptop isn't anywhere near as good as my PC for doing video recording, but it was either that or get up, and quite frankly I'm not ready for getting up yet. Be interested in the comment section on how you guys are finding Mechromancer for those who have played it. I'm on, I think, level 44 or something like that with my highest level Mechromancer. Obviously I'm on playthrough 2, and when I'm going solo I have to say there are times that I'm struggling. I'm doing that thing on playthrough 2 where I'm not picking up the side missions, or very few of them, because I want to have them still available when I'm level 50 and I go through on playthrough 2.5, and everything in the game that I'll be playing will be level 50. So yeah, I'm finding it a bit hard. I think the overall difficulty of the game is quite hard. Now, there's been quite a lot of discussion about this on the forums, and there seems to be two main camps. There is a camp of people who are just finding the game really quite frustrating and difficult at the top level, and there is a camp of people who, to be quite frank, they're just doing willy waving. It's, you know, they're kind of, well, the game's easy for me, maybe it's just because I'm so awesome kind of approach. I think the game is difficult. You know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I do think that the difficulty level is higher than it was in Borderlands 1. In the long run, that'll give it a lot of longevity, I think. It does get a bit boring in a game if you can just steamroll it through everything. I think sometimes though that some of the characters aren't suited to high level play with all the available build options. Let me just clarify that. I've got a level 50 Zero, and I really wanted to do the melee tree, but no matter how I do it, no matter how I spec it out, the melee tree just isn't quite there for me. You know, there's too many enemies that you can't one-shot kill with your melee attack, which means that you lose your streak, you know, where you're running around in decoy mode. So that breaks that streak, and then you're down to relying on how effective your guns are, etc. And once you're in that situation, you might as well just have a gun build, you know. You might have to, well, make a build that is focused around your guns. Like I said, I am struggling a bit with Gauge at the higher levels, and I have tried various different builds. I certainly haven't tried every build that is possible yet, because there is just so much that is possible. But that's my plan. Anyway, so with this playthrough, we did actually legitimately manage to get through to Sanctuary without dying, and obviously I can't record that all, and you are going to just have to take my word for it that we managed to do it without dying. Unless you all want to come round to my house this Sunday and check. I know that YouTube is going to have this ability to do live streaming of people playing games, or, you know, live streaming a video. I think that would be really cool for something like this. Don't know how many people would watch it, and I think it's quite expensive to actually do, so I certainly won't be doing it for a while. But I think it'd be a really sort of cool way of doing it, of having a load of people watching while you're playing, and you know, everyone knowing that if you die, and that's it, it's game over. Anywho, I'll leave this video running. There is a bit more to go through, just so you can see how we guys roll together. And we are going to be continuing on with these characters today. Like I say, I'm just going to have to ask you to trust me. If we die, I will put the death up. I did that with the first video, you know, and if we get a team wipe, we get a team wipe, and we'll just try again with different characters on a different week. So yeah, just take me word for that, because I can't actually prove it to you. But if we do die, you will get to see it. This time though, we didn't, because we're awesome. At the end of this fight, once we we get up through the entryway to the ship, I do show you a hidden chest. It was one that I wasn't aware about until we actually did this playthrough. I think it was Kite Highland who showed this one to us. I'm fairly sure that it was, so thanks to him for that. And it might be new to some of you guys as well.
My new minion's a bona fide badass! Protect me, Squire! Stop.
torture dolls, boys! Let's turn up the heat!
Oh, sphincters! I'm so sorry, Captain! No. Please, don't burn me again!
Stop.
And now, to set sail for Sanctuary! Let us set sail!